This is Business Anonymous. I started doing business since I was 18, full-time at least, but I've started doing business selling trading cards even when I was in school since I was 10 years old. I'm doing this solo podcast anonymously so that no one that I work with see this and that there's no conflict of interest. This is for business people and I'll share my philosophies, frameworks, thought processes, everything. Filming the first new long-form video. Today, I'm still not happy about kind of like the negative cash flows because of my medical issue. And so today I basically the first part of my day, I did some op stuff. And after that, I basically went to check and analyze like the expenses I had this month. And actually, I don't think I've really lost that much due to my medical thing. I think the main reason why like net worth and the loss over the last 5 weeks has been so big, I think it's actually mainly because of the big medical expense. And then in addition to that, it's because like for salary that you pay, right? Like half of it is for like the marketing and sales team, and the other half of it's for the delivery team. So actually, like because in our company we're still doing cash basis now, so it just seems like a lot of the expenses are being paid, but it's already for revenue that was brought in last year or last month that's now being delivered on. So not too bad actually. After that, I did content and then went for a walk, came back and then did some editing, trying to clear my mind. So with regarding to editing, I'm doing this for like the new YouTube channel, an idea that I had. And this is going to be a bit different from the previous videos I've done before. So it's going to be more of like a talking style head of video, and it's going to be more like personal brand, all of that kind of stuff. My goal is that because it's not about something boring like website design or SEO and it's more general business and personal experiences, I'm hoping that this will allow me to target my target audience better, like business people. And today, like when I did the filming, I used the framework Proof Promise Plan. I also experimented doing filming, like sitting down and looking in the camera versus standing up, both with like a white background behind me, no like difference or different props. And I find that standing up for me at least feels better. I think that's because when I stand up, you get to pace around a bit more. It feels like you have a bit more energy. So I think that I'll probably continue to kind of do the standing up style of videos when I am able to film with decent lighting. I also today afterwards when I was editing, I only tried editing the 45 seconds, like the intro. And from that side of it, I was playing around with the sound effects. The cuts are pretty simple. I think I know how to do cuts already, but I don't really know how to use sound effects. And so today I was playing around with rises, hits, and whooshes. And I downloaded all these three from a random YouTube video tutorial that I watched a while back, I think a week or two ago. And I was also kind of looking at some of my notes because I wrote down when exactly to use all of these sound effects. For example, it says here according to my notes, for rises, you use it to build tension and anticipation. For hits, you add it to have more impact. For whooshes, you do it for transitions. So today when I was editing, whenever I saw something like a cut between two scenes, then that's a transition, right? And then I'll add a whoosh. And then within the file that I downloaded, there are also different types of whooshes, like whoosh sounds, sound effects. So I was also playing around with that. And then on iMovie, I also want to try to play around with some, slowly zooming into someone's face. And I wasn't sure, I've never done that on iMovie before. So today I learned that you have to first take the clip, split the clip, and then you need to, I think it's called Cara Burns or something. And then when you press a button, there are actually two boxes that you move around. One box is the before starting point, before you zoom in. And then the other box is when you zoom in. And then after that, I was also finding screenshots and I was just trying to figure out in the intros, how can I make it more engaging yet natural at the same time? Because I think I'm in education, not entertainment. So I don't want to have too many of these whiz bangs to take the attention away from the viewer. So I was also trying to figure out okay, when I do all of these, editing stuff, I want to make sure the video is not too loud. Sorry, the background
music is not too loud. I still want people to hear what I'm saying. I don't want to have too many screenshots, but I do want to have like visual aid. So I was just kind of playing around with this. Today, I think in total with the content, filming and editing combined, I think I spent around maybe 3 to 4 hours on this. So yeah, the plan is tomorrow to, at least until I recover, to continue like doing all of these editing and just kind of like learning how to make better content. Although ultimately, I will have to post something in order to also see like what works and what doesn't work. So posting's the only for sure way to know what's good. Yeah.